this is what actually resulted since making the claymation. I didn't even use half the clay. I just used parts of those clays to make it. And smallest clays I used was for the pupils. Biggest clays is probably the maybe the backpack or the gray clay. I mean the pants. I will say that when I added the legs, I had the legs go all the way around his torso before putting the pants on him, and that made it easier to make it thicker. So, and especially when I sculpted it better with the tools, I especially used this tool to make a lot of the details. So that's what happened. The arts like singing, choir, those are just external ones, but like at least language arts. So those three, physics, biology, and language arts, and you have a way to prove that the idea is that if you talk in a certain way to do nuance and basically just subtle ways to approach your digestion and your throat and your body and crapping. The whole point, my idea is this: is that if you talk in a certain way and eat certain foods, you will be able to approach it where you can actually improve your gut flora or your digestion. Would have through example, invited riches and connection and all other blessings. My actual self will embody ideal existence through the power of inescapability itself. What I gain in any facet of manifestation will never be through vain or suffering. This purpose offers back a mastery of inescapability to all. The way it does it is actually very unique to my opinion. What I'm going to talk about for this video is just a simple video about one of the characters in the show, Himiko and Naba. I'm just going to do a bit of introspective for a minute or two, and that's all I'm going to say for now, but yeah. So Himiko, she's one of the best examples of a character not only done well aesthetically, like pleasing, maybe not just the way that her art style is, but even her character in particular. I think it's like you can just look at Himiko, and while you can have some annoyances from the way she does things, like the flashbang cliche, if that even is a cliche, but like actually like just the way that she's presented, and I mean it's like no. The thing was, as I grew up, I had a roller coaster of my own for both either having too many good things or too many bad things. They weren't the same as with everyone else, but they just happened in a way that was somewhat unique before even I was labeled as being unique. So I did grow up a bit privileged. Then I immediately had a vector point in my life where I had to basically lose a lot of that at the last second, and then get some of it back without even knowing where the good is coming from, and then have some of that lost anyways without being prepared for it, and so on. The thing and shortly after, it slowly coming down. So it was like an orgasm, as I said in the last video. It was an O relapse dry hormone orgasm, and it was a peak for half a minute on X on Twitter, because I slowly did it on purpose on my own, but like it was half a minute peaking. I actually managed to love a game that could be as bad as many other reviewers claim it is, but nonetheless, it is a game that I still have deep admiration and respect for. So far, I have a few examples I can give about why I love this game so much and why I think it's good versus the bad that it could potentially have. The first example is the what do you call it? It's like that relation you have with your mentor or your father figure or whatever. It's the one that I can use an example with Pinocchio, with the Jiminy character, and I sculpted with half of my remaining white clay, and I'm gonna sculpt them really quickly. It shouldn't take too long to make them because not even the claymation should take too long, but I need my tools. Hold on, over here. Okay. Along with behind the scenes and tutorial videos that expand on the different features of my experience in stop motion process. Claymation Project Checklist. Miraculous Ladybug, but it's Timon from The Lion King. Shadow's House Anime ED Claymation Tribute. Project Tether Pilot. First original features full stop motion film. Relevance to my No 5 Attention Journey. Again, sorry, rehashing that, but this is my channel, so I'm gonna go with it. Because I mean, I know what I'm talking about. For those of you who are maybe turned off by me saying that, hopefully you'll get the gist of it. But the rest of you who are there for hearing me who say that, yes, that is in direct revelation with my PMO addiction. So, point streams, going up to dawn about something that kind of relates to what my career path is trying to tell me, or like things of that nature. It's very vague. The ideas in this list are creative and abstract, but they happen to tell a lot of truth about what I want to do in my life. So you can first of all do quite a bit in a short time frame for the combustion of the long run, if that makes sense. Like, you can actually do a lot right now with your animation art stuff. Like, you don't have to have. Eventually I might end up doing it anyways. I might prioritize quality, but I'm the kind of person who knows how, in a nutshell, how to make animation videos every week. No, I see myself as an insightful person through and through. I'm the kind of person whose insight isn't too unique. It's still unique enough that it's a very particular and has a way to cause alls and woes and woe nots, and then it's very particularly interesting. I like. Hank Green is right about controversial decisions. So Hank Green is this YouTuber who is basically a science commentator, or even just the ideal science is what goes out of his alley. He has made content about various things in the science community and field. Cast out a spotlight, make way for the known. Most of us don't fight forget. Tony Cashman is rhymed to known. Hey everyone, this is Marshcart. No, not. Well, I was gonna make a video over Marshcart, but and that balancing that kind of thing, being generous but also being self-loving. So, and that's one way to do that, in his opinion. And that's a very good advice. I try to do after a while. But I might still fall that falsely even now if I can. But if I had to give more than I ever want to get, or vice versa, then maybe that would be a tip of the balance every once in a while. Not having a perfect balance, but balancing it every other way, anyways. So.